importance of history. So I said, if you see the results before 1990, if 100 people have got selection, 100, 80 had history as an option. And this again I will say, repeatedly I say, that there is no optional which you can say that this optional is bad. No, not at all. Not at all. There is no optional which is bad. It's only a matter of interest and the matter of guidance. For past 10 years, if you see, again history is moving towards revival, and then history is getting a good position, and a good number of students are getting selection every year. But then in between, what you say, transitional period or the period of turmoil, it happened with every subject, even public administration, and then finally psychology and all, every subject collapsed. But it happens. There is nothing to worry about it. What is the importance of history? First importance. History is a guru for human development. As a subject, it's a guru. What is the role of a guru in life? To give direction. Guru is only for direction. Guru, as we again do the wrong interpretation of certain things. So people in India, they go to Guru, I want a son, I want a selection, please. It's a matter of your potential. I want money. No. Guru is only to give direction. If you see the period, ancient India, medieval India, and then you see today's India. Ancient India, medieval India, and today's India. So, today you see, we are facing the challenge of communalism. There is a tension between Hindus, Muslims, Christians. There was no communalism in ancient and medieval India as a philosophy. There was no communalism, but then there was a tension. Tension between Brahmins, Buddhists, and Jainas. Ancient India, there was a tension between Brahmins, Buddhists, and Jainas. And tension in a family and tension in a society. Pay attention. Tension in a family and tension in a society is always an obstacle in growth and development of the family and the society. And this is to be understood by whom? The rulers. And Ashoka, he becomes the superstar of ancient India. He comes out with the policy of Dhamma. And discuss in detail, so I am not going in detail here. I am telling you history as a guru. Then medieval India, again, third urbanization is moving towards, third urbanization is gaining momentum with the arrival of Mughals. And then you will see Akbar. He creates a platform to protect and promote the unity in diversity of India. Tawheed-e-Ilahi. Tension between Hindus, tension between Muslims, sectarian clashes. Sectarian clashes. Shia, Sunni, Shiite, Vaishnavite. He creates a platform. तही देना है. History is a guru. This is the first thing to be remembered. History is a guru for human development. So history is very important as a subject. See today, if you see the Facebook and all, there are new group of learned people in India today from Facebook University and WhatsApp University. And they simply rotate the rumors from one IT cell or the other IT cell. And that has created so much tension and panicness. In a country where 80% people are literate, in a country where 80% people are literate, you see the level of tension in the society in present situation. Brahmins were doing this, Brahmins were doing that. Sir, everyone, every section. When this country was born, India, that same day, Indians were also born. Before 1947, there was no India as a nation. 1947, India as a nation was born, and same day, same Indians. But today you see the tension in the society. Why? This subject has been neglected. Humanities. In our society, humanities subject do not have any respect. If you say I am doing BA, Bachelor of Arts, people will not turn towards you. There is also a class on the basis of your academic record. I am an IITian, higher class, upper Varna. I am upper Varna. BA, lower Varna, lower caste. Humanity is also a science. And history is a guru. Second importance. Second importance of history. And very important thing, very important, pay attention. History takes you to the roots of, pay attention, history takes you to the roots of the present challenges of a nation. History takes you to the roots of the present challenges of a nation. Example. Casteism. Very big challenge. And I tell you with guarantee that majority of you who are sitting here, if you haven't joined my NCRT program, possibly you will be in trouble to answer this question. The foundation of caste system was laid down in which period? Foundation of caste system was laid down in which period? No one knows. Majority of the people in this country, they don't know. Foundation. Who gives the first evidence of this foundation? No one knows. 90% people, they don't know. 90% don't know. But they are ready to die for caste. blow to caste system? Foundation of caste system. Who gives the evidence of foundation of caste system? Megasthenes. And discuss all these things. Now, as optional, I have to discuss all these things in detail. And I tell you, you'll enjoy these stories. Megasthenes gives the evidence of foundation of caste system. And a system from which period? Gupta. Gupta period. What was the binding force? Binding force. What was the binding force for caste system? Very important. Jajmani system. Who gave the blow? Who gave the blow to caste system? British rule. And discuss all these things. Don't worry. Second challenge, regionalism. Can anyone tell you which century, from which century regionalism starts in India? Anyone? Who can tell me that from which century regionalism starts in India? 7th century. You see, our economy is suffering today. GDP minus. But what is the biggest challenge to Indian economy today? Today also. Without that, there is no possibility of India turning into economic power. You know what is the biggest challenge of India's economy today? Today also. Feudalism. And discuss. Feudalism. And this feudalism has given birth to a new type of democracy in the world. DD. DD? Dynastic democracy. Dynastic democracy. In every state you will find a family which is dominant in politics. For past 2-3 generations. It's not a story of Gandhi family, or it's not a story of any one family. No. Or it's not a story of any one state. There may be any 1 or 2 states who are exceptional. Dynastic democracy. Communalism, very big problem. History is a guru for human development. History has the roots of present challenges of a nation. And when you understand it, it really becomes an enjoyment for you. I tell you, when you will complete ancient India with me, possibly by the grace of God, when you will complete modern ancient India, you will really so much comfortable. And you don't have to mug up anything. I tell you with guarantee. Just do one thing. Move with me. Well, once you are done with the classes, then you don't have to prepare anything. This should be clear. It's a 150 days program. Just move with me. Once you are done, you should be very clear that now, again you don't have to prepare. Revision. yes, Rishiraj Singh. Don't worry. Aman Khan, actually, I have a dashboard in front of me. So where I get see your questions. That's why I am looking to that direction. Don't worry. I look in the camera itself. So it's not a big deal. Don't worry. So there is a big screen in front of me where I see the questions. So Rishiraj Singh has asked, please convey query for note making and books to be referred at conclusion of class. Definitely. Don't worry. I discuss every point. Today's class is for everyone. Today's class is for everyone. Sit down like a statue. Enjoy. It's a matinee show, night show. Enjoy. Be relaxed. Don't worry. So, history is a guru. History has roots for the present challenges of a nation. Third, importance, feature of history. It's a mirror for the government, for the people, for the nation. Japanese. When I will come to that portion, world history, Japanese are the unique race in this world. Unique. Vishal, don't worry, I'll discuss all those things, don't worry. First listen, what is the importance of history? It's a mirror. The governments should should look into it. Why you see the mirror? To arrange yourself in order. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, he neglects a very small formula. What is the formula for the rulers? A very simple formula for the rulers. Policy depends upon priority. This is the formula for a ruler. Simple formula. All those who work on this formula, they get a good status in history. Iltutmish, Balban, Alauddin, Sher Shah, they are working on this formula. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, he neglects it. Transfer of capital was not your priority. And if you wanted to transfer, Ujjain was a very good option. And you were advised by your own people, you should have listened. The threat to Hindustan is from Khyber. Delhi is close to Khyber. You are going to Dawoodabad. Aurangzeb, he is missing this formula. And you see what happened to them? He's missing. He's not a bad man. No. Please, don't be personal. He's not a bad man. But he's missing the formula. And he's paying the price for that. Governments, societies, people, they should use history as a mirror. These Hindu-Muslim groups in India, they should see our history of 500 years. They should see the background when Akbar abolishes jizya. That was a scientific background in which he abolishes jizya, and he was advised by Muslim intellectuals. was advised by Muslim intellectuals. I discussed that abolition of jizya by Akbar was a very scientific step by him. There was nothing against Islam. Religion is such a noble thing. Religion is such a noble thing. I see many people giving lectures to me on religion. I accept their lectures socially. Islam is in danger, Hinduism is in danger. Where? Religion will never be in danger. Religion means conversion. Religion means conversion. Conversion. From Shudra to Brahmin. From Kafir to Musliman. From Kafir to Musliman. One who is living on its senses. Is a Shudra. One who is living on his senses is a Kafir. And you have to transcend, you have to rise to the higher level. You have to come to your conscious. This is what every religion preaches. Every religion. Every religion. Example. That Mughal officer, Inayat Khan, he becomes what? Ras Khan. Siddharth becomes Buddha. Narendra becomes Vivekananda. Religion means conversion. Not this conversion, Shyamlal into Samuel. That is not conversion. That is diversion. That is not conversion. People come to me and say, you want to become Muslim? Are yaar? Who will deny to reach to his conscious? There is no sorrow here. Who will deny? It's a mirror. Every society, every community, every nation, every government should look into that mirror. Haldigati was a war between Hindu and Muslim. Hakim Khan Sur was fighting from the side of Rana Pratap. He was the artilleryman of Rana Pratap. Ibrahim Gardi was the artilleryman of Marathas, third battle of Panipat. 1527 battle of Khanwa. Mahmud Lodi, Hasan Khan Mewati, they were the Muslim chiefs fighting from the side of Rana Sanga. And the most important part of history, why I call it the easiest subject. Not only me, everyone. It's a subject where stories are present. And these stories are filled with messages. Champaran Satyagraha, 1917. Listen to the story, listen. I'll discuss in detail, don't worry. But one or two stories I'll tell you. Champaran Satyagraha. Please bring that unsolved of history. And one more thing. Today I will discuss each and every aspect. You will not buy any book from your side. Sir, you destroy yourself by purchasing the books. Please. People say to me, there are so many. This is the book, Unsolved of History, mains. Throughout 150 days, we will keep it in front. Don't worry. This is the book, first book which you have to buy. This is the first book. Every book which you will buy on my advice. I will complete here. I tell you, but please go and buy this book. Buy it. Finish with me. Read with me. If you have any doubt, we will have extra sessions for doubt. We'll discuss there. We'll complete the questions. I will give you 200 framed questions of mains. 200 framed. 200 framed questions of mains to practice. You don't have to worry. From where should I start? What will be the preface? What will be the conclusion? No. 200 questions I will give you. So that you can practice. And 200 questions are more than enough to develop the command on answer writing. Don't worry. 200 questions framed. Framing I will give, writing part you will do. Champaran Satyagraha, Champaran. Story. Listen the story. Rajkumar Shukla comes, narrates the troubles and problems of the farmers of Champaran. Tankatia system, exploitation under Tankatia system was a major issue. Gandhi goes to Champaran. When he reaches Champaran, Gandhi, the commissioner of Champaran, he says to Gandhi, he gives the order to Gandhi, कि please go out of Champaran. Commissioner, not the constable, not the SHO, commissioner of Champaran. Gandhi refuses to leave Champaran. And this was a message to the people. Kya hai yaar? Apple brand, Apple. Very great brand. Defying the order of a commissioner during British rule. And he impresses the people of Champaran. The brand, Apple. He impresses the people. 1917, World War is going on. What he did? He starts signature campaign in Champaran. Protest in democracy should be peaceful. It's not a monarchy. Democracy. It's our government. We are the rulers. The people of India. We the people shall only resolve. World War was going on. Britain was already in trouble. Gandhi starts signature campaign. He starts moving house by house to the farmers, preparing about the condition of the farmer. Today you see, the politicians get the issue and they do create hue and cry. Government was also impressed. People were impressed. Government was impressed. This is the way to do the work. And as government was impressed, government appoints Indigo Commission. Gandhi was made the member of that commission. And then he has prepared 8,000 files. He keeps that 8,000 files in front of the commission. See the message. Don't give verbal evidences. Don't give verbal evidences, please. Practical evidences, 8,000 files. If Bablu Bhaiya was saying that the Muslims have created trouble for Hindus, you idiot. Who is this Bablu? Arey nahi bhaiya, Akbar used to keep Hindu women naked in his palace. Acha, your father was a guard there. Hundreds of Rajput chiefs were present with him. Man Singh was present with him, and he would have seen. You are the bureaucrats of India, officers. And India always functions on down-filtration theory. 70% population of this country is innocent. Whether Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, anyone. They get easily manipulated. This is a very big drawback of India. That is why India always depends upon down-filtration. Changes will always take place from the top. Changes will always take place from the top. These Indian criminals who accidentally have sat in our parliament, majority of them, not all of them, there are very good people in the parliament also, but a good number of criminals have entered into our parliament. They will be replaced only by bureaucrats. No one can replace them. Only bureaucrats. Constitutional criminals, bureaucrats. And then only India can be saved. See the message? There is a way to do the work. There is always a constitutional way to do the work. This is the beauty of history. Messages in stories. You have an option. You can remember anyone, either the story or the message. That is why in India, every person is a philosopher. Because philosophy is present in stories. Lord Ram, Ramcharitmanas. He gives the message, Tyag and Tapasya. It is the only formula to rise in this world. There is no other thing. But Tyag does not mean you are giving out your house to someone. No. Tyag means living the comfort zone. You have Rolls Royce, but you have a habit of walking 50 kilometers per day. Don't give away your Rolls Royce. Very wrong definitions have been spread in this country. Importance of history. History is Guru. History is the answer for present challenges. History is a mirror. History is stories with messages. First point is clear. Importance of history is clear. Aman Khan, I am basically seeing towards the screen. Shabbir Ansari, sir, please suggest something for those who are outside India and cannot buy these books here. Gentlemen, I think PDF will be available for all these things. So I'll find out and tell you. Pranav Tiwari has asked, sir, please tell the publication. It's a scientific publication. Scientific publication. and the beauty is that it is in it's bilingual. But you can buy any publication. It should be question bank, chapter wise. Vishal publication, Vizar publication, any publication which you get, you will get from that. So don't worry about that. First point is clear. Akashdeep, Aman Khan, Pranav Tiwari, Shabbir Ansari. Is it clear? Important. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. Some of my selected students from history also they said, sir, we will come and speak about history. I said, please. Please. Initially, very few people come with you. Initially, very few people have confidence on you. Let them get the benefit. Lalit Singh, voice problem? This is the first point. Now, second point. How to study history? Very important question. Very important. Actually, streaming also depends upon the set you use. That is also a point. It depends upon the set, mobile set which you use. So it happens that some people say that voice is not clear, but then it depends streaming, the clarity of the picture, the clarity of the voice, sometimes it depends. So there are many people who are responding very good. So you have to check your set also. It's not always from the problem for our side. But if all of you are facing the problem, then we will do something. And you will get the recorded lectures also. So this is not an issue. Thank you, Pratik. Thank you. How to study history? It's very important. Very important. Now, there are three things. Myth, hypothesis, and theory. Myth, hypothesis, and theory. Don't intermix all the three. And your answer in the mains depends on understanding these three words. Your answer writing in the mains, answer writing will depend, your marks will depend on the understanding of these three words. So please pay attention. Many of you complain, yeah, I am not getting the number. Why you will get? If you don't understand these three things. Raman. Token currency of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Mansabdari. So tomorrow I will have a dice here so that I can keep my coffee and all those drinks which I take. So don't worry. Just enjoy. It's very important when we are writing the answer in mains. This is a big challenge for history as a subject. If you don't understand these three words, you will never be able to write your answer properly. Now, there are three sources in history, three important sources. Three important sources. History is also a science, sir. Not also, history is a science. Humanities. They also have their formula, their pattern. First source, archaeological. Second, foreign accounts. Third, literary. That is why we divide history, prehistory, proto-history, history. When you will use affirmation here, affirmation, you cannot use affirmation here. Here, you have to say. Now, for example, token currency. No one has written what was the main motive of Muhammad bin Tughlaq to start token currency. Barni, Farishta, Ibn Battuta, no one. Barni, and they all have given different opinions. Barni says it was a step of Muhammad bin Tughlaq to punish the Hindu traders. He is a Maulana. He will think according to a Maulana. Farishta has his own opinion. Then archaeological evidence, the coins of the period, and we see that gold coins, their purity is increased. Silver coins, the purity has come down. And then we take an inference. Possibly there was a shortage of silver. You cannot be affirmative here. You have to be cautious here. It seems. In theory, you can be affirmative. I have gone through the question answers of many of the people and I have seen they don't have the sense of presenting their answers. I have seen many people. And one more thing, I will inform you. From 2 days, 18, 19, we will be online at 9:30. Please, note it down. 18, 19, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. We will be online at 9:30. Don't get panicked. These technical guys, they are sitting here, they feel they have to arrange everything in order. So you have to cooperate for 2-3 days. And once everything will be fine, then we will start from 9 o'clock. Okay, Dushyant, I will send the photo of the book, don't worry. Presentation of the answers should be based on this. I will give you 200 framed questions and at least 40 model answers. 10 model answer of ancient India, 10 model answer of medieval India, 10 model answer of modern India, and 10 model answer of modern world history. This should be taken in mind. You turn myth into theory, hypothesis into myth, and then you cry. You write that Muhammad bin Tughlaq started token currency because he was facing the shortage of silver. Affirmation. Affirmation. the entire line will kill your answer. Entire line will kill your answer immediately. This is the technicality of history optional, which you have to keep it in your mind and digest it in your heart. Is this clear? Aman Khan? Dushyant? Nishant? This is the most important technicality of history optional. Presentation of answers on the basis of myth, hypothesis, theory. Fine. Next question. Two points are clear. Importance. How to study history? These are the things which you have to keep in mind. Simply what you do, you buy the books, you start studying. Don't worry, you write down. This is the best part. When the lecture is going on, you listen. When I say you have any doubt, then you start writing your questions. That is the best part. We are parliamentarians, so we will behave like a parliament. And then when the bureaucrats are sitting in front, there is nothing to worry about. So officers, one thing should be kept in mind. It's a parliament, I am a speaker of the parliament. So when I will give you the time, then only you will speak. It's not like present day Indian parliamentarians. The speaker is going on speaking and then one is shouting, other has fainted. Someone is screaming, other is singing the song, someone is sitting behind the back and watching blue movies. This should not be done here. So these 2 points. Now, third point, civil services and history. Civil services and history. Now, first thing, it's a subject where you have stories. Stories have the messages, that is the first part. Second part, 70% of its syllabus, you have to do it by one or the other way. Point history, you have to go through it. You cannot leave. At any point of time, they can ask 2 questions. And it's very important, world history. If you don't study world history, modern world history, industrial revolution to disintegration of USSR, you will never be able to present yourself in international relations, economy. It's an interdisciplinary science. You know what was the main reason for Second World War? Economic depression of 1929. There were many reasons. Main reason, economic depression. America was the supplier of money to all the suffering countries, Germany, Italy and all. Davos Plan, 1919. France and Britain imposed huge compensation on Germany, 6,600 million pounds. 23. Germany became the victim of deflation. 1926, Davos Plan by America. America started funding money to Germany. Germany started coming on track. But before Germany would come on track, 1929 economic depression, complete darkness in Germany. Complete darkness in Germany. And then a person emerges and says, I'll bring the sun for you. He was not holding the sun. He was not having a small lamp also. But he said, I'll bring the sun from you. The intellectuals asked him from where? He said, keep quiet. I'll bring. He comes into power. He comes into power. Mussolini, Tuso. It's an interdisciplinary science, sir. Modern India, there's no option to leave. The great superstars of modern India. All are superstars. For me, all are stars. I have a personal love for two people. One is Ambedkar, other is Gandhi. I try to hide it many times. For Ambedkar, I have love because when I see the odd situation in which he plays 500 run in 50 overs, comes down like Herschel Gibbs and starts hitting. I am very much impressed by the situation in which he plays. I am very much impressed by the positivity of that man. I am very much impressed by the understanding. And if he becomes compulsory in Indian syllabus, within 10 years, caste system will come down in India. And Gandhi is a wonder man. दे दी हमें आजादी बिना खड़क बिना ढाल साबरमती के संत तूने कर दिया कमाल. See what is happening in Syria? Every day hundreds of people are being killed. Afghanistan, Iraq, 1920 to 1947. For 2 years non-cooperation movement is going on. 2 years. Farmers movement. At present situation, you see, someone is committing suicide, someone is crying. 2 years non-cooperation movement, 1920 to 1922, no one was beaten. Government was not able to stop the movement. British Parliament wrote to Indian Viceroy, what is happening in India? Why are you increasing the TRP of Gandhi? And then the Viceroy said, sir, we cannot do anything. Government said, why? Well, sir, they are worshipping for us. The Satyagrahis are moving on the road singing bhajans. Ishwar Allah tere naam, inko sammati de Bhagwan. How can you beat a person who is praying for you? Culture of India. Indian culture. Richest culture in the world. Including the formula to turn a human being into a god. I will discuss that formula. Now, what is the big challenge here? Challenge is that you have mainly 5 schools of thoughts. really 5 school of thoughts. Now, human beings biologically have 2 eyes. Spiritually, they have 3 eyes. But 90% human beings in this world, 90%, they use only 1 eye. They use only 1 eye. I am a Hindu, I am a Muslim, I am a Dalit, I am a Brahmin. 8% use the 2 eyes. Means they see at least from the 2 perspectives. 2%. They use all the 3 eyes. Gandhi stops non-cooperation movement. 1922. Nationalists say that was a smart move of Gandhi. Nationalists, they say it was a smart move of Gandhi. People say, "Kaise?" Arey, bole, handful people were standing, handful. Chauri Chowra was an attack on the government. Burning of police station with 22 police personnel was an attack on the government. Government would have retaliated. People would have been badly beaten. And for the next 100 years, no one would have come out for the movement. When you read that point, you become very happy. Yeah, true. Very good. But then when you turn towards the left wing, Sumit Sarkar. Sumit Sarkar says that Gandhi became afraid. 1920. 1917 Russian Revolution. 1920 AUTEC. All India Trade Union Congress. 1920 Avadh Kisan Sabha. The workers and farmers union were rising and Gandhi became afraid of the subaltern forces. Gandhi was afraid that the movement will pass into the hand of the working class and that will go against the interest of zamindar and capitalist. As a bureaucrat. Now if you are from a Congress party, then you will, if you are from a party, you will like this definition. Yeah, very good. Correct? If you are from Communist Party, you will like this opinion. You are a bureaucrat, sir. You have to work with all of them. Anyone can be in power. Anyone can be the board member. Anyone can frame the question. So we have to take all those 5 school of thoughts. Imperial perspective. You see, there's a book in modern India, B.M. Rover. In B.M. Rover, a very best part of B.M. Rover, after every chapter, there are comments from the famous historians. Imperial historians, Indian historians, left historians, nationalist historians. You don't have to read all the books. Don't worry. Notes I will provide, chapter after chapter. PDF. My team is working. I have given them my notes. Notes means instead of working on many books, you work on any 1 or 2 books. Rest other opinions will be given in the notes. So, I am coming back to my point. So, it's not that you don't have to read the books. No, you have to read. But instead of reading 4, you have to read 2. This is the help from the side of a coaching and a coach. Clear? So we will take all the 5 school of thoughts. I tell you, don't get panicked. Sir, books, sir, please tell the books. I'll tell you the name of 20,000 books. But you have to buy only 15, 10. 10. No one will buy more than 10 books, only 10. And in 10, you have to develop command on 6. But you have to read the books. Book reading is very compulsory. Don't come and tell me, this man was saying don't read the books. Please. I am giving you the notes. They are not Vedas. They are not Bible. They are not Quran. These books are aparushe. So if you are reading Quran properly, you don't require any other book if you understand Quran. Everything is given in it. If you read Gita, everything is given in Gita. If you read Adi Granth, everything is given. Then you can say, there it can be said, Adi Granth is sufficient, Gita is sufficient, Bible is sufficient, Quran is sufficient. But sir, my notes are prepared by human being. They are not aparushe. And book reading means meditation. Books talk to you. Don't underline them. Take a pencil. While you are reading, if you don't understand any line, put a question mark. When the class session is over, if you understood that line, very good. If you haven't understood, type it and give a message. The third thing. Clear? Clear? Officers. Now you ask. You can ask any questions. If you want to ask, you can ask questions. Now you ask. So I am thankful to Mr. Ankit Mishra and Rangnath Shukla ji and Sunny Arora, Himanshu Singh. Himanshu Singh is our technical manager. Prashant Mishra, Himanshu Bhatti, Manjari Ojha, and Nafis Khan. They all have played a very important role in setting up this online class. So I am very thankful to all these people, and I pray for their good future and all. So every venture requires a team. There is never an individual achievement. Shubham, I will explain subaltern school of history when I will come to modern India. Or even in ancient also, I will give you that aspect, don't worry. I will give the examples. Don't worry, I will give those examples, don't worry. This discussion today was very important. Biggest thing, thank you from the side of my team. I am thanking all of you. What will be the order? First, ancient, medieval. First paper I will finish. Then I will come to the second paper, modern and world history. So I will not break the order. 3 points are clear. 4th point. This is again a very important point. History, people think that history means North Indian history. No. I have broken it. First part, I'll take North Indian history. From Vedic period to post-Gupta, Harshvardhan. Then ancient history, ancient. You should note it down, all these things, because it will be helpful for you. Yes. That lectures will be added to the dashboard, don't worry. So, ancient history will start from North Indian history, Vedic period to Harshvardhan. Then second part of ancient India will be Deccan, history of Deccan. Satavahanas, Vakaturks, Chalukyas of Badami, Vakatak, Deccan history, separately. And third part will be South Indian history. So that there should be no confusion. And then finally I will complete prehistory. This will be in ancient India. How states were born in South India and Deccan, how the culture was born, how it is different from North India, what was the role of early Cholas. Mapping I will do, it will be a separate class of mapping. Separate class of mapping. And one more thing I tell you. I give you 50 framed questions and 10 model answers. Of every 50 framed questions I give you, ancient India, 50 framed. So that you can practice initially. And I give you 10 model answers. 10. So that you will understand the presentation of answers. So first thing we have to consider, we don't have to intermix myth, hypothesis and theory. That should be taken into consideration. Second thing, when you are writing the answers, these three things should be taken into consideration. Apart from myth, hypothesis and this theory, reference and context. This is very important part of answer writing. Reference and context. Second, evidences. And third, expression. So I will ask you to write the answers for those 10 questions, and those 10 questions will be from here, which are framed. And then you will be able to check your answer by that model answer. See, I tell you very clearly that majority people on the name of test series, I have gone through many question answer sheets. They are not checked, the answer sheets, they are not checked by experts. Those who check, they themselves don't understand what I have to check. They write very good, great, falana, etc. So I am saying to you, I won't be able to check all the answers. This is very clear. But what I have planned, that 50 framed questions I will give you. From this 50 framed questions, 10 model answers I will give you. So that you can understand what I meant when I was saying don't intermix myth, hypothesis and theory, and what I mean by this. And then in 200 questions, you will be completely clear. Is that clear? Fourth point. saying that we have to take this book. And trend of the questions, trend, that we have to keep it in mind. Trend of the question changes after every 10-15 years. So you have a question bank 1979 to 2019. We don't have to go into 1979. There were direct questions. Direct. 1979, direct questions. 1989, interconnected questions. I'll give you the examples, don't worry. Interconnected. 1999, evolution. 2009, evolution and dimension. Now this requires a very high level of understanding. You have to note down the trend of the questions. You see 1979 questions? Direct. Describe the religious structure of Vedic period. Simple question. Very simple. Direct question. Describe the religious structure of Vedic period. Simple question. Interconnected. Vedic religion has its presence in Puranic Hinduism of Gupta period. Interconnected. The level changes. For Vedic religion has its presence in Puranic Hinduism of Gupta period. Bhagavatism, interconnected. Evolution, from Rigvedic period to the time of Harshvardhan, the condition of woman was in a zigzag motion. The condition of woman was in a zigzag motion. Do you agree with this statement? See, evolution, entire stream. Today, ancient history. Reflects the roots of challenges of modern India. Or above. Ancient history reflects the roots of challenges of modern India. The dimension is completely changed. And those who don't cope up, then the people who are teaching here, when the trend changed, those who did not bother about the change, they collapsed. The people who started teaching here, so in every phase you will see the emergence of new teachers. That is why when a subject gets teachers of single trend, that subject dies. This book you have to buy, Question Bank. First book to be purchased. Question Bank of History, the story will start from here. We have to complete this book finally, so that once the classes are over, There should be no doubt. This question I have not done, that question I have not done. Still I am missing something. Please, don't cry after the classes are over. That is why when a subject does not get every face, this is the face of Vijay Hazare. This is the face of Sunil Gavaskar. This is the face of Saurabh Ganguly. And this is the face of Virat Kohli. And you have to perform according to your time. If you bring the teacher of this face, he will not succeed here. Saurabh Kamble, I told you, I will give you 200 framed questions. So within, in that 200 questions and 40 model answers, 40 model answers will be more than sufficient to teach you, to teach you that how to find out that our questions and answers are moving in the right direction or not. People smoke 4 cigarettes and they become habitual. Here I am giving you 40 and 200 framed questions. Framed. Fifth point. Books. NCERTs are the foundation stone, and most of you get confused why everyone says NCERT. Sir, these books are written for children's, young minds, and they have 2 motives. First motive, to teach you the law of connectivity. I meet people, especially when I see Muslims are creating the trouble for India, Muslims are doing this. I ask if we lived together for 500 years. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was fond of Holi. Akbar used to organize puja of Kalsarp. If we can live together for 500 years, why not for the next 5,000 years? You haven't seen that movie Sholay? Imam Sahib. Law of connectivity. If you start learning this law of connectivity from advanced book, it will be suicidal for you. If you pick up, and once you develop this law of connectivity, the gift which you will get is understanding. And this understanding can do anything. This understanding can do anything. This understanding can do miracle. Once you develop this, it can do miracle. Kabir never went to school, Akbar never went to school, Raidas never went to school, they are still immortal. In India, education is for employment and marriage. This is the present trend in India. For 90% people, 90% parents, they require the academic record of their children. So that when they go to their friend's house and relatives' house and neighbors, they can feel proud that my son, Alexander, 98.7% 10 plus 2. Then when the child grows up, employment, yes, you be better. And marriage. Present scenario. Education is not to make the mind alive. That is why I always say 80% people are literate in this country. And then the country is suffering. NCRTs for two things: law of connectivity, and by God's grace, modern India, medieval India, ancient India, NCRT you will get as a gift from Ray, which has been already promised to you. Our technical team will provide you the information about it, whether they will give it tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but you will get it. And that will be a boon for you. Your perspective, your way of thought, everything will change. Once you are done with NCRTs, or if you know this, if you say, sir, I have a very good understanding and I know the law of connectivity, then you don't require NCRTs. Please. If you have these two things, law of connectivity, you know why later Vedic period there is a change in economy. You are understanding it. There is a change in polity, there is a change in society, there is a change in religion. You know it. Why? Then you don't need NCRTs. If you have these two things, then you don't need NCRTs. If you don't have, please start from here. You go to Allahabad, you'll find people for past 10 years. Mukherjee Nagar, 5 years, 6 years. What they are doing? They have not developed this. And as they have not developed this, nothing is present in their subconscious. Every time they read, every time they forget. NCRTs are very important. If you have these two things, then you don't require NCRTs. There is no requirement. Then which book? Then Ancient India. Acha, if you have any book, you already have any book which you had in your graduation or in your post graduation, you understand it, then please don't buy these books. Carry on with your books. Ignore. And Upender Singh. Finish. There will be matters from Robina Thapar also. But I will give it in the notes. I will write there the content from the book. So that if you feel any doubt, you can refer it from there. The entire Mauryan period I will teach from Robina Thapar. But why you will unnecessarily give your time to that? But in notes I will write the reference. Dushyant, you are getting my point, na? I tell you, this matter I am giving you from so and so book. Like for culture of India, the entire culture of ancient India will be from the wonder that was India and igloo. But I will give you the notes. I will write in the notes content from A.L. Basham, the wonder that was India. Why you will unnecessarily waste your time there? If you feel free, if you have time and you want to do it, please go ahead. Medieval Indian. Jail Mehta. 2 volumes. Volume 1, Volume 2. Now I tell you, this man was a professor in Punjab University. Book is written in a very lucid language, lucid. Concepts are clear. Komal, I'll check and tell you, don't worry. I'll check and tell you. Book is in a lucid language, you'll enjoy. Jail Mehta. But he is from right wing. So he uses the word my country, my nation, these Mughals, foreigners, etc. Don't worry about that. You have to become a Paramhans. Take out the milk, throw the other things away. Ignore. Now culture will be from Rizvi and Ignu. But I will give you in the notes, I will refer it. Bring that Ignu file, one file. Where is that bag? Ignu bag. Modern India. B.L. Grover. But only 1757 to 1857. The rest, whatever is important, I'll give you in the notes. See, books are never bad. Please don't take it otherwise. Books are never bad. No teacher is bad in this world. No book is bad in this world. It's your potential, how much you learn from the person. Second, Bipin Chandra. Alright, I'll tell you a formula to finish these two books. Bipin Chandra, 1857 to 1947. India's struggle for independence. Wonderful book. But there is a formula to finish this book. Don't get panicked. And one thing I tell you, I'll discuss that also, don't worry. You should always feel comfortable if you are feeling any problem. Just message me. Write down, give the message. Always feel comfortable. We have already created a Telegram channel for that, so you can give a message there also. Don't be shy. Don't be that okay, leave it, neglect it. No, no. If you feel any problem from my side, please do a message. Immediately do a message. Now I am not writing the name of a book here, but that book is very important. Because if I will write, you will purchase it. That I don't want. But book is very important. Without that book, modern India's history will never be complete, especially freedom struggle. Sumit Sarkar. No, Karthik, I know you will buy it immediately, please. Sumit Sarkar. Ah, the book filled with informations and Mom, enjoy. Actually, when I used to take GS, I never went so deep into history. That was not required. That was not required. World history. There is a book of modern India. ये वाले निकालो, ये वाले निकालो और ये लोग निकाल के दिखा दूंगा, इनको ना दिखाओ तुम, एक मिनट हाँ ये वाले निकालो, सोच सकता इनका बियर गोबर This is the book. Bipin Chandra. India's struggle for independence. Modern India. Modern India will never be complete without this book. But you can leave it. Don't worry. I am doing the labor. I'll give you the matter from here. See the color of the cover page? Red. Communist. And this is B.L. Grover. You'll buy 2 books. From here I'll give you the notes. And if you're enjoying, you get a time, you're traveling from Delhi to your native place, you have a time, buy it and finish. Karthik, Shekhar Bandyopadhyay is a good book. But I said, please, what history? L. Mukherjee. Wonderful book, sir. It is extinct from the market. Yes. I'll get this one. Bring. Very sufficient. What is English? EH1 02. Take it. English one. Nitin, but you don't buy. Nitin, you don't buy. Please, I'll say don't buy. EH1 series. Nitin, if you get time and you want to enjoy it, then you read, don't worry. EHI. EHI series. EHI. History Elective Course 1. Modern India. L. Mukherjee. Sir, it's such a wonderful series. You buy all the 3. Yes. Ajit Kumar Jha, yes. EHI 01. That is the series EHI. EHI is the series, yes. True. All the 3. Part 1, Part 2 and Part 3. 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9. Sufficient. More than sufficient. More than. Not only sufficient, more than sufficient, more than. You said I have said 10 books. 9 is there. 10th is my notes. 10th is my notes. And in my notes, the chapter will be taken, I'll mention that this chapter has been taken from so and so book. And once you start swimming, first important thing is what? Not to jump into the ocean. First important thing to learn swimming is to know the art of floating. When you learn the art of floating in water, you can't imagine the level of confidence you get. ठंडी हो गई यार. Once you start floating, the first step of swimming is to learn floating. And majority of you want to jump into Brahmaputra. And in Brahmaputra, the water on the top is silent, but underwater, you have huge current. Underwater, there is huge current. Very strong current, strong. And only a person of a hyper-stable mind can be stable in that current. Any doubt from this section? Books. We will start from NCERT. And then, if you have two things, if you know law of connectivity and you have a good understanding, leave the NCERTs. You have any doubt from this textbook section? Because all these things I will not going to discuss again. All these things which I am discussing today, I will not discuss it again. And 150 classes are still there. This was an introductory class. So, in reality, the course will start from tomorrow. Map part. For map part, I will take it specifically once I will be done with ancient India. You require a strong practice for that. Specific book for map. Where is that book? Map book. But Karthik, practice is required with a ruler and pencil and all. So it's art and culture is a part of history. Don't worry, why you are bothered about art and culture? I discuss in ancient and medieval India and modern India. Don't worry. Map section is very important. No, I will not move with the speed. don't worry. I will not move. That is why I have divided history into four parts, specifically three. North India, Deccan, South India. This I will do in ancient period, medieval period also. Access publishing. So you can refer this book. But I'll do it here. Don't worry. For igloo portion, I'll talk to that Jawahar Book Depot. I'll ask him. I'll take the confusion on igloo material. Sir, Nitin, don't worry. I'll talk to them. What this series is basically of which class? It is of graduation or post-graduation. I'll find it out. I'll clear it. Then I'll tell you tomorrow. So I'll give you complete information on igloo books tomorrow. Don't worry. Tomorrow I'll give you complete information, clear-cut information. Book section is clear. Ignore, you leave it for tomorrow. Oh, sorry, it's a BA. I'll confirm, I'll clear it. I just purchased it, I took it from somewhere. ललित सिंह सर, मैं इतनी सारी बुक नहीं पढ़ पाऊंगा. अरे ललित सिंह, इतना सारा पैसा भी तो कमाओगे हैं? Why you will not be able to study so many books? You are going to handle a district collector. Tomorrow you will say to UPSC, I cannot handle such a big district. And by chance you got UP and Bihar cadre. Then you have to sit with Kalin Bhaiya. You will meet with number of munnas. Guttu Pandit. Then what he will do? Then what he will do, Lalit? Sharad. And if you go to Bihar cadre, then Tyagi, the Tyagi family. So don't worry. And the person will sit in front of you and say, कि यादव जी, पूर्वांचल हमारे कंट्रोल में है और कोई साला हमें आंख नहीं दिखा सकता. And you will be said by these people कि हमारे लड़के हमें कालीन भैया कहते हैं. So no, today's lecture you write these informations, and I tell you, today's lecture will be present on YouTube also. So don't worry, I'll put it on YouTube. Book session is complete. Fine. Now, Sixth point. Without this, ambition requires talent. Please listen, this is the most important point of today's discussion. The most important point of today's discussion. Acha, Rudresh Bagel. I'll use, don't worry. Most important point of today's discussion. What is this talent? This talent means conceptual clarity. Whatever you know, it should be clear. Like Ganesh Gaitonde, जिसकी कुक्कू उसका मुंबई. Whatever you know, whatever. This is talent, conceptual clarity. Whatever you know, it should be very clear. Don't behave like Lalit. Unnecessary, don't jump everywhere. Dushyant Charan, today's lecture I told you that you will get on YouTube, so don't worry. You can write from there also. So in today's lecture, my request is that you all should pay attention, and whatever it's possible, you write it. Talent means isolation. You studied for 6 hours. You studied for 6 hours. Studying means sitting on chair and table. You studied for 6 hours. You were on table and chair. You took a topic. Mughal rulers. And you completed it in 6 hours. After completing them for 6 hours, you came out of your room. And you got a call from your friend. And he starts narrating about the childhood stories. And for 1 hour you had a chat with him. Everything will be wiped out. Everything will be wiped out. Everything. Everything will be wiped out. So what you have to do? 6 hours, you completed your target. You completed Mughal rulers. Then for the next 3 hours, consolidation. Don't talk to anyone. Get out of your room. Go sit somewhere in the park, metro, mall, wherever you feel happy. But point is, you should not be distracted. In Allahabad, I have seen that era. And I learned a very big thing from there. In Allahabad, many of the students did not have good rooms. So during my period, there were people who were not from a very great background. So some took a room in 200 rupees per month. You imagine 200 rupee room? It was not good as a stable. So what people used to do, they used to go and sit in Senate Hall in the evening. Lights were there. They used to go and sit in Manmohan Park. They used to go and sit in Minto Park. There's a tree in Minto Park. And about that tree, it is said that anyone who sat there and studied there, till I was in Allahabad, I never knew about that tree. That person became an IAS officer. If I would have knew it, I would have gone and sat there. Conquest means studying. Consolidation means digestion. 95% people don't believe in digestion. They run away from it. They run away from it. You have two bellies. One is here, other is here. There are two bellies. See what happens when your digestion goes wrong in your this belly? Talent, conceptual clarity, isolation, conquest, consolidation. You're not a reformer. Fighting on Facebook with someone. Farmer protest is good, farmer protest is bad. Modi is incarnation, Modi is a devil. You are not a reformer. And then for 3 hours you are busy on WhatsApp and Facebook convincing the other person. Don't do all these things. This consolidation is also studying. Then newspaper is there. E. Civil service preparation is everyday stress. Everyday stress, every day. It's a very dangerous aspect of civil service preparation. Everyday stress. At least newspaper digestion is required every day. Once you are done with optional and GS, then digestion is not required every day. Practice is required every day. But newspaper digestion, every day. So, three things. Temple or mosque or church, gym and library. If you do a workout for an hour, it will be very helpful for you. Very helpful. Please don't avoid it. At least 5 liters sweat should come out after 1 hour. at least 5 liters. It will do wonders. If you cannot join gym, jogging. Start from 1 kilometer, take it to 5 kilometers, finish. Early in the morning or evening, your choice. And the best of all this is yoga and meditation. Bhastrika, 10 minutes every day will relax you. 10 minutes. You have to start from 2 minutes. Kapalbhati. And Anulom Vilom. Finish. 10 minutes each. Any one of them. Don't get involved. Become a yogi after 2 years. कि सर पढ़ तो नहीं पाए लेकिन योग आ गया. IELTS preparation is a everyday stress. So in reality what happens? कि some of you study for 5 days, then you are unable to sit. Unable. If you sit, you will go mad. If you use force with yourself, you know, no, I'll sit, I'll study. You'll go mad. You know why? That stress accumulates every day. And everyone has a level to bear. Some can bear it for 5 days, some can bear it for 6 days, some can bear it for 10 days, some 15. But if you do it, you're fed up of studying. Don't talk to anyone. Just come to your gym. Mana. Go back and lie down. All those who are walking, they have a problem. All those who are working, they have a problem. But all those who are simply students, don't fix anything. Fix timings. Don't fix the timings. Whenever you are tired, it's not that you are tired throughout the day. Whenever you are tired, lie down and sleep. Because at that time you will have a sound sleep. And sound sleep is very important in this preparation. You're studying. Because you have to study. What is important? Studying. Conquest, consolidation. You got up at 5 a.m. in the morning. You studied till 10. And then you got a deep sleep. Lie down. Talent. Preparation is only for a year. 12 months, maximum 16 months. Maximum. After that, there is no preparation. I meet people in Allahabad, I ask them, some of them are from Chalcolithic period, Paleolithic. Some say, sir, we have seen Indus Valley civilization. But you are doing preparation, sir, still. Practice. It was very easy in 1980 to do preparation for 4 years. There was no speed in life in 1980. But after liberalization, life got a speed. And everyone cannot avoid it. Everyone cannot avoid it. Some of you from very well-off family, you can bear 2-3 years. But everyone, I was from a middle class. My father got retirement in 2000. And this happens with majority people. That is not to panic. No. Be aware of negative people. Very important thing. Be aware. Directly they will not say anything to you. Negative people, negative. And these people directly they will not say anything. Indirectly. Your father has high BP problem. So try to get selection in 1 year. Now what you will think? That he is my sympathizer, she is my sympathizer, but indirectly he or she is giving you tension every day. Be aware of those people. What? And don't disclose your option to anyone. The moment you disclosed, people see every option has 10 positive, 10 negative points. Every option. Everything in life has 10 positive, 10 negative. You have 10 points that you should prepare for IAS. You have 10 points that you should not prepare for IAS. Gandhi was not an IAS officer. And middle class, they think about both the things. And those who will think about both the things, they will never be able to take decision. And those who cannot take decisions, they will never become king. Because the most important part of a king is to take decisions. A person is a clerk. He has today, majority are clerk, Babu and Chaprasis. You know why? They were not able to take decisions in their life. "95% people are not able to take decisions. They get easily manipulated. You have 10 points, you should prepare for IAS. You have 10 points, you should not prepare for IAS. For everything, you have positive and negative. And when you think about both the sides, I started cycle Yat Satyagraha, and I met many people who said, "Arey, you will do the cycling of 700 kilometers. You will develop a spinal problem, you will develop this problem." Arey, I said, "Don't worry. I will drive for 5 kilometers, I will do the cycling for 5, then I will put the cycle in a lorry." Very good, very good. I knew you will do it. Idiots. Alayus, they were permanently moving with me from Lucknow to Delhi. Journalists were permanently moving with me. And I tell you, many of the local leaders, they lied down. They started chasing me on cycling. Auraiya, Rania, Kanpur, Agra, many of the leaders, when they saw me cycling that 45 degrees Celsius, high humidity, and when they saw me cycling, many of them, they thought this person is tired, and I started the race. And many of the young chaps, 30 years, 34 years, they lie down. Finally came and touched my feet here. Sarji, what I have decided to do, and I have done. When I take the decisions, I take it. Loss will be mine. Profit will be of others. If I fail in any venture, that will be my failure. I never blame anyone for my failures. For any failure, I have never got any failure. But people say, you failed here, you failed here. Okay, fine, I accept. But I was responsible. When I win, it's because of others. When I lose, it's because of me. Talent. Get connected to your religion. It's a source of energy. Any religion. No one can prove that this religion is wrong. If anyone will prove, I will be the servant for my entire life in that person's house. No religion. No religion. No. I can challenge on any religion. Develop the talent in yourself. Ambition is not for everyone. If you want employment, that is another requirement. Employment is a different thing. If you want employment, that is a different thing. Any question? Any doubt till here? Dushyant, Rishraj, Shabir. Aman Khan, thank you. So you do one thing. Yes, Sarfraz, you will find all the books in Hindi also. You give me a WhatsApp message, I'll write you the names of Hindi books. Don't worry. There are very good books in Hindi also. So, Sambhav Pandey, how to avoid disturbing people? People who keep on spreading negative vibes. Ask money from them. Very simple. Whenever you meet negative-minded people, ask money. Bhaiya, give me 1,000. And don't return. People will start running away from you. Don't go to meet Pandey. He always asks money. Ask. Give it to a needy person. Don't return. Easiest way. Yes. Tomorrow I will start Vedic period. I have given you the 4 portions. So first I will cover North Indian history, then I will come to Deccan, then to South India, and then finally I will complete prehistory, Stone Age. So whenever you know whether your relative or friend or anyone who is negative, you know that this person will come and give the negative vibes to me, ask money. And if they are your relatives, ask big amount, 20,000, 50,000. Take your books, go to Goa, study there for 1 week, come back dancing and singing. Ujjwal Sahu, how to be self-motivated? Sir, Ujjwal, kings are born motivated. Stand in front of a mirror, buy a crown. a long coat of a king, a sword, and once in a day keep that crown on your head and walk in your room. Ask your friend to hold an umbrella on you. And then you will feel that you are a king. You will be motivated. Kings, motivation is for working class. Kings, they don't require motivation. Baghel, Rudresh Baghel, see, I have already given you the schedule, but I will decide it after 1 week. I take the pace of my speed and then I will give you the schedule. Saki, just give me 1 week, I will give you the schedule, don't worry. Harshita, for prelim session, you give me some time. I will take it because it will require at least 1 to 2 hours to tell you the entire aspect of prelims. No, it's not wrong. Sir, appetite for information often creates confusion and anxiety. How to focus on what's already there and study. See, Rishabh, you do one thing. Please pay attention on the classes. Control your senses. Appetite will also come down. No, it's not wrong. So, Aman Khan, you first buy Ancient India's book and you start from Ancient India. No, so Subrendu, no, it's not wrong to start from optional. There is nothing wrong in it, don't worry. Syllabus detailed discussion, Avi, I will do it tomorrow. A detailed discussion of the syllabus. I'll do it one by one. Ancient India I'll do, and then when I complete Ancient India, I'll come to Medieval India, from Medieval India, then Modern, and then World History. How to connect newspaper with optional? See, in history, there is a less chance of connecting a newspaper with optional because most of the things are already clear. But then every time you get a paper on culture and all and discoveries and researches are going on, so you can take it. It's very important, Praveen. We can start your NCERT program with option. Please start it, and that will be very helpful to you to prepare your base. So don't worry, I have a screen there, a big screen in front of me where I see all your questions. So that's why I stare at that side on the screen. And please give 2-3 days time to my team so that they can adjust themselves with this new venture. Don't get panicked, don't get worried. And whenever you have any problem regarding anything, just message me on Telegram, WhatsApp, wherever you are connected, you all are connected with me. Uh, 6 classes per week. One day we will keep a holiday. It's a required thing because 3 hours when you study every day. So at least 1 to 2 days you require. 1 day is, I think, sufficient. Sometimes because I have said I have already declared in the that manifesto, when we have issued the manifesto, that 12 days there will be leave. So if I am taking regularly classes, that means if I am avoiding Sundays, that means I will go on leave. But there will be no leave for you because if I am going on leave, I will provide the recorded video for that day. So you should not, for you there will be no leave. Shabir, it's not so much tough. It's a challenging. I accept it, Shabir. I accept it is challenging, but it's not tough. And the best way to digest is best way. But most of you will not do. Best way to digest, help someone. Attach any junior with you. Whatever you study, narrate to him. Narration is the best way to consolidate. Rishiraj, Aryan concept is over now. It has been accepted Aryan as a language. I have seen in Hindu that was there was a big coverage in Hindu about that. But the coverage was that this discussion that who are the true Aryans, the DNA has mixed so much that now it is useless. But I'll tell you about Aryan theory. I'll take it in some points. So, Avi, one thing, Avi. Sarfaraz, I will speak some terms in Hindi. कुछ ना कुछ तो हिंदी में बोलेंगे ही, कम से कम कुछ डायलॉग ही बोल दिया करेंगे. Is it mandatory to study NCERT? Avi, you did not get my point. I said if you have law of connectivity, means you are easily able to connect the things and you have an understanding, then you can leave NCERT. NCERT is for those people who don't know these two things, law of connectivity and understanding. What though the field be lost, everything is not lost. That unconquerable will and the courage never to submit a need. This was the statement of Babur. कि क्या हुआ जो मैदान हार गए, अभी सब कुछ नहीं हारे. और मैं तो हारने की बात करता ही नहीं. You are born naked, we are born naked, we will die naked. In this journey from birth to death, we have to play and enjoy. When you are defeated, in the eyes of the people, bow down. Let them abuse. Let them laugh on you. Let them. तो क्या हुआ जो मैदान हार गए, अभी सब कुछ नहीं हारे. तो क्या नहीं हारे? वो अदम्य साहस और इच्छा शक्ति, जो सर झुकाने और सजदा करने को तैयार नहीं. Sir, I have GS lecture going on for 3 or 4 hours and optional daily. Sir, any tip for fixing schedule? Karan, you require more time. You are doing any job, Karan? Because if you are doing GS lecture also, so 3 hours GS, 3 hours history, 6 hours. 2 hours newspaper. That means you have to give time of at least 12 hours every day. Minimum 12 hours. Consolidation. Whatever class you are doing, if you are not following the art of consolidation, it's a waste. It's a waste. Okay then, good night friends. See you tomorrow. Thank you.